cybersecurity experts are warning that a new AI model from Anthropic has the potential to make companies more vulnerable to cyber attacks. Anthropic says that eventually this new Mythos model will help defend and strengthen against those same types of attacks. But for now, it's limited the release of the Mythos preview model, not allowing public access at this point, and warning it could cause security risks. It's up to pressure in Washington to stay ahead of the rapidly growing technology. This all comes after a federal appeals court denied Anthropic's request last week to block a government blacklisting of the company. President Trump had ordered the U.S. government to immediately cease using Anthropic's AI technology. That includes one of its biggest users, the Department of Defense. Well, joining us now for more is Riki Parikh, Policy Director at the Alliance for Secure AI. He's formerly the Senior Counselor to the Secretary at the U.S. Department of Homeland Security under President Biden. Really interesting news here. This new model from Anthropic, essentially, too powerful to actually release at this point to the public? I mean, what does that mean exactly? How powerful should we assume that it actually is?
Yeah, it was a remarkable moment where this AI company that is, as you said, is kind of in this fight for its life against the U.S. government, is competing against other AI giants in the United States, announced they had a new powerful model, but decided it was too powerful to release to the public. And in the public documentation, they sort of outlined what it was. In a piece of software that has been used for the past 27 years, this AI model found a security flaw that human researchers had missed. Another piece of software, it found a chain of flaws that could have given an attacker complete control over an entire server. And these are systems and software that you and I use every day while using the internet. The UK's own Security Institute did their own tests over the past week, security and safety tests that previous AI models could not have accomplished. And this model achieved 73% or successfully passed 73% of these tests. So it's super powerful and powerful enough for this company to decide we don't want it to be in the hands of everyday Americans. Instead, we'll give it access to about 50 critical infrastructure partners who are going to use it to boost up their own cybersecurity tools and operations to make sure that more dangerous models or hackers can't get in.
Yeah, and this reportedly got the attention of the Trump administration. It's been holding calls with major tech and cybersecurity firms to talk about this. In your mind, I mean, is the U.S. government ready? Is it prepared for something on this scale?
Yeah, last week was a great test. It was a stress test of what our systems currently have. Thankfully, Anthropic made the right decision here in giving the federal government a heads up, deciding not to release it to the public, sort of giving limited access to it. The government responded through interagency meetings. The vice president got the AI companies on the phone. The Treasury Secretary called in the big banks. But this was all because of one company's smart decision and right decision. But the U.S. currently has no laws in place that decide or determine what to do when the next powerful model is released. There's a real gap in the laws here, and right now we're just relying on the next company to do the right thing.
That's the question, right? Because what if a company like Anthropic didn't give that heads up or didn't decide to put any kind of guardrails? Is there any way for governments around the world, not just the White House, to take a look at something and stop its release, for example?
No, the current toolkit is pretty sparse. Really, the only tool that the United States government has is an export control tool, so they can declare that Anthropic can't ship the model out to different countries. But otherwise, we have nothing in our chest. And a different company with a different set of values and a different competitive pressure could make an entirely different choice and cash out on this. There is a bill in Congress that Senator Josh Hawley and Senator Rush Blumenthal have introduced called the AI Risk Evaluation Act, which would require pre-deployment testing before a model is released. That is literally the least we can do and would establish a floor for testing and evaluation and require companies to go to the Department of Energy to make sure that their model is not a risk to all of our systems and other protect and put in protections in place. That's sitting for Congress to wait. And, I think it's important to note that this Anthropic team has said that the next model of such capability is only 6 to 18 months away.
Wow.
So that gives Congress a little bit of a runway, but they have to act fast.
Yeah, I mean, these things are really just happening so quickly these days. Riki Parikh, Policy Director at the Alliance for Secure AI. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.